3 nights later, with malice aforethought, and to the comfort of the king's enemies and the prejudice of the safety of the realm, she made an apple-pie bed for the Countess. It was the most perfect apple-pie bed ever made. Cox himself could not have improved upon it. Newton has seen nothing like it. It took Wiggs a whole morning, and the results, though private, that is the worst of an apple-pie bed, were beyond expectation. After wrestling for half an hour, the Countess spent the night in the garden hammock, composing a bitter ode to melancholy. Of course Wiggs caught it in the morning. The Countess suspected what she could not prove. Wiggs, now in for a thoroughly bad week, realized that it was her turn again. What should she do? An inspiration came to her. She had been really bad the day before. It was a pity to waste such perfect badness as that. Why not have the one bad wish to which the ring entitled her? She drew the ring out from its hiding-place round her neck.
"I wish," she said, holding it up, "I wish that the Countess Belvane—"
She stopped to think of something that would really annoy her.
"I wish that the Countess shall never be able to write another rhyme again."
She held her breath, expecting a thunderclap or some other outward token of the sudden death of Belvane's muse. Instead, she was struck by the extraordinary silence of the place. She had a horrid feeling that everybody else was dead, and realizing all at once that she was a very wicked little girl, she ran up to her room and gave herself up to tears. May you, dear sir or madam, repent as quickly. However, this is not a moral work. An hour later Wiggs came into Belvane's garden, eager to discover in what way her inability to rhyme would manifest itself. It seemed that she had chosen the exact moment. In the throes of composition Belvane had quite forgotten the apple-pie bed, so absorbing is our profession. She welcomed Wiggs eagerly, and taking her hand led her towards the roses.
"I have just been talking to my dear roses," she said. "Listen. Whene'er I take my walks about, I like to see the roses out. I like them yellow, white, and pink, but crimson are the best, I think. The butterfly—"
But we shall never know about the butterfly. It may be that Wiggs has lost us here a thought on Lepidoptera which the world can ill spare, for she interrupted breathlessly.
"When did you write that?"
"I was just making it up when you came in, dear child. These thoughts often come to me as I walk up and down my beautiful garden. The butterfly—"
But Wiggs had let go her hand and was running back to the palace. She wanted to be alone to think this out. What had happened? That it was truly a magic ring, as the fairy had told her, she had no doubt. That her wish was a bad one, that she had been bad enough to earn it, she was equally certain. What then had happened? There was only one answer to her question. The bad wish had been granted to someone else. To whom? She had lent the ring to nobody. True, she had told the princess all about it, but— Suddenly she remembered. The Countess had had it in her hands for a moment. Yes, and she had sent her out of the room, and— So many thoughts crowded into Wiggs's mind at this moment that she felt she must share them with somebody. She ran off to find the princess. End of chapter 13.